mental health can mean a lot of different things. It's a very broad
Nowadays, it definitely can mean a lot of different things. Because people use that for everything.
Yeah. I mean,
people take all time from work for mental health.
Like, I need a mental health day.
I need a mental health day, guys.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So instead of it like being a sick
like
day
being a
or
grown-up,
PTO.
working, paying bills.
It's just too much for me.
Too much stress for me.
I need a mental health day. Just to relax. So overall, like I think it's super important to
work on your mental health.
Right, to sit back and really, really work on your own shit. And also, the way we're very spread thin. Like think about what we do. I literally work. I bust my ass at my job every day. I go home as a dad, as a father. I go home as a husband.
Like what we talked about before.
Right, I go home as
a job and a job.
Yeah. Then I spread my time. On my off time, either decorating or fixing something in the household or doing so. I never even, especially during holidays, I'm the one doing everything. So sometimes it's hard to find time just for you. And trust me when I tell you, dude. And I don't give a shit who thinks differently at this point in time because I've been through the shit. It's good to have your own.
It's really being
time.
Open-minded there, Luke.
Yeah, but sometimes you just need a minute to yourself, dude.
Just shit what anybody thinks.
Take a minute for you.
I agree.
Take a minute.
It's all part of it though.
Yeah.
It's all part of that. Like
because if you don't, dude, it eventually will catch up to you.
I think you gotta balance it all.
You don't want to burn 2 fuses at one time and just wait for the freaking bomb to go off, man. You gotta have a little bit of mental space and a little time to. Wasn't it 2 fuses?
I don't know.
Or burn a candle. You're burning a candle at two ends. Right.
There you go.
You don't want 2 clocks at the same time. At the same time. The
Like
clock,
the same
baby.
Clock, baby.
No, but you want to be.
It's at 5 o'clock somewhere.
You don't want to spread yourself too thin, especially nowadays. Everything's so fast paced.
No, you got to take a break. You got to be able to go, and do stuff on your own for yourself.
For you.
It's all a balancing act, and I think everybody needs it. A lot of people try to shy away from it, or they think when they get married or they have kids that they can't go do that, but you have to because work too. But yeah, everybody wants a break from work though. Nobody has no complaining about breaking.
Yeah, but
work.
if you really want money and you have a goal that you're trying to reach,
nobody has a problem with taking a break.
There was a moment in time, dude, where I was working every single day.
No, for you,
more than 8 hours.
I'm talking about generally
for 3-4 years straight.
No, you're an anomaly. I'm saying generally,
I'm amazing.
People have no problem taking a break from work.
Sure,
but they don't know how to take a break from, It's not taking. When you say take a break, it's not. I'm walking away. I don't want nothing to do with this.
Throw your hands up and walk
take
out.
A break. No, I can't deal with this kid no more. Take the kid, and then you walk out. That's not taking a break. When I say taking a break is we're not even taking a break. We're saying to be able to go and take care of stuff that you want to do too.
Yes.
And like I have a bucket list of my own that I want to take care of, and some of that might involve me going with my wife and my son, and some of that might involve me going myself. Yeah. Like this year I want to do the trifecta for the Spartan race.
Nice.
And I got to go either way. I'm gonna bring my family with me.
Which you already ran one.
Yeah, I did the Spartan race in Georgia, and I'm gonna do the trifecta: 5K, 10K, and then the 21.
It's a gangster over here. Dude.
So, but I want to do those for myself. That's not has nothing to do with my family. It has nothing to do with my son.
It's for you.
It's for me. I want to finish it. I want to do that. Just like my, other stuff is connected. Like I would say, my podcast. I want to eventually get it to where it's taking, it's doing good and monetizing and everything, and even my clothing line. One day that also too. But like that stuff with the Spartan race has nothing to do with anybody. It's just something I want to go do for myself.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? Or going to, like we were talking about, going to like an anime thing.
No.
That's more for me than, my son might want to go, but I want to go too. So and Louis wants to go for himself.
Want to go.
So you got to be able to balance that thing. I think a lot of people, it's hard to balance it, and they don't balance it. They try, and it's just they don't balance it.
It's always unbalanced.
They want to go more for themselves.
And there's no issue with somebody taking your time. I like to divide my time as best as I possibly can between as many people as I know that are close to me. But they're not thinking about you and how much time you're actually spending. In their mind, it's just like it's their time. They're not realizing that you just gave that time also to 5 to 8 other people.
Yeah, time is important.
Right.
People don't. That's why I say people will play with your time, and I don't let people play with my time because I know that's why people know it's time for my family. It's time for my son has something to do. It could be work. It could be business. Whatever it is. My son, I gotta do something. I'm going to do it. My wife has something going on. I gotta go be there. Yeah. Right. So you can spread yourself thin trying to please everybody, which everybody's not gonna be pleased.
No. And it'll catch up to you eventually. If it didn't catch up to you yet, it will.
The energy would. Yeah, you'll lose. Yeah. You'll lose that mentally. You'll be like, I can't do it with
This
everybody.
is a little inside baseball too. Think about all the problem solving I have to do at work.
Baseball?
Yeah, inside baseball.
Okay.
All the problem solving I have to do at work on top of doing with shit with my family, and then think about it. Think about how many videos we make. Think about how many topics we have to come up with. That's all work involved in the middle of doing all the other things I'm doing, right? So, again, take some time out for yourself. Take a time out. Take a break for a second and just relax. I mean, it's hard to say break, but just take a second to you.
Yeah, break is kind of break. Seems like
it's okay.
Break seems like you're not worried.
Him going
about
out running.
Yeah.
Like that's him. That's time for himself. He gets to work through things in his brain and take a minute.
Motivational shit. Somebody listen to just some gangster music.
Right. That's what I do.
Listen to some
I'll
shit.
separate it with some. I'll separate it with.
So
I'll listen to my own music or be in my own space for a little bit. Maybe once a day. I do it once a day.
Yeah.
Just a little time for me. Could be 30 minutes, and then go back to what you were doing. Sometimes even, and he knows this. Even at work, if I'm in the midst of something that's a pretty decent sized job, and I take 5 minutes and walk away and come back, everything that I thought that was gonna be hard turned out that wasn't that hard. I was just in the middle.
Yeah, that always happens.
But it happens with everything. It happens with everything.
Well, you need to. I want to keep saying break, but you need to take time for yourself.
It's not break, but time for you.
Time for yourself, and get through some of your things. 'Cause sometimes that's the best time to think. Like you said, like when you're by yourself, nobody's around. Some people can't stand that. Some people can't stand quiet
being
time.
alone. Like I have
being alone. Like
right.
sometimes I enjoy it.
Like we have different jobs. We're in a van, so we do get that separate time sometimes for ourselves, where we decide what we want to do. But
some people can't.
Some people can't. Right.
Yeah,
some people don't
have
that
time.
I think that one thing
that bothers them to be alone.
Yeah. One of those things that kept us, I think, what me and him have in common too, is that we work for the same trade, so we do get that time, and we find there's moments where we have that time to separate everybody else's shit and our shit, and then come up with the problem, the solution to the problem. So we're used to it, and I think that's a really, like, again, every job doesn't give you that opportunity, so it's really good to have that break for a second to just sort some shit out. Take a break, get a different view or vantage point on whatever the issue is, and then you can probably attack it easier. But even if it's not a problem you're solving, sometimes you just need that space, that moment just to you. Again, 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes, just to clear your shit. And don't play video games in the process. Don't do that.
No, that's why I said it's not quiet time. That's why I said some people
time.
can't do that. They can't sit in a room by themselves and just think about
Try
shit.
it.
Think about life. Think about what's going on, where it's going, what's your progress.
Sometimes you can see some shit coming,
like writing your goals.
or see some things coming that could be a bad decision that you made, or a bad decision you're gonna make, or something that might not work out, or something that will work out. And maybe it just took that 15 minutes for you to see it, and you might have missed it if you didn't take that time. I've been through that too, where you might have completely missed that opportunity.
Like sometimes I look at my goals, I see what I got going for the year, seeing what I plan on accomplishing for the year, and you go, but you need that time. Probably I would say you could do it once a day, like once a day. It's only like I would say
15 minutes,
half an hour.
Yeah, half an hour. That's what I do. Half an hour.
Right, just sit and relax and talk to yourself. Yeah. It's weird. Right, you might look like don't let nobody see you talking to yourself.
Like, damn,
they gonna call the.
Why didn't I do that thing that I did?
Why? They gonna call the people on you.
Yeah, they might. Yeah,
they do it crazy. Yeah. So don't let anybody see you do it. Yeah. Go by yourself. Anyways, but
just go through some shit.
Figure some shit out, man.
Record, or you can record yourself, right? And
record a video.
Record a video to yourself.
I'll talk to you.
And you send it to us.
I'll talk to you.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Or you could see yourself, and you can actually have that conversation. Like, damn, just blurt some shit out. Do 15 minutes. You don't have to post it to anybody. It's a personal video to yourself. It's like a video log or a journal to you, and then you'll be able to see how you think.
That's why a lot of people have journals.
Some of this shit that we even do here is kind of therapy. Yeah, when I go back and look at it, I'm like, oh shit, I was thinking that way at this time. Going back in some of our older videos, I changed some of the things that I thought the way I was thinking then. I changed it now, and I'm like, I don't even think completely the same way anymore. I've already changed that much already. That fast. So. It's a really good idea to just take a little mental health break for yourself and just really think about whatever the fuck you want to, but just away from everybody else.
Be positive though. Not be by yourself thinking about.
Yeah, don't be all negative.
The end.
That's another thing too. Very important. Positive self-talk instead of so many negative self-talk. So the way I describe it is the way I would talk to him if he was going through a problem. I wouldn't be like, you piece of shit, figure it out, you fucking idiot. I wouldn't do that to him. I would be like, no, here, let's come up with a better solution, or maybe you're not thinking about this. It's better to do it that way and be to yourself. Give yourself some positive self-talk and change the way you speak to yourself instead of being so negative about it. It doesn't help.
Yeah, it doesn't help. Negativity doesn't help at all.
Reality helps, right? You don't want to be delusional, but definitely.
I don't know. They just said delusion. I was listening to Schultz, and he was talking about delusion is.
Yeah, it is.
It is part because you gotta lie to yourself to tell you how great you're gonna be.
Just
but
be honest with yourself.
Be honest about certain things.
Because you only, you don't have to tell us. You tell you. You know the truth. So just tell you the truth, and you can work through a lot of your problems that way.
I agree. Take a break. I mean, not a break. Take a time off. Time away
yourself.
Let me take a time off work because you got mental health problems and you lying about the shit.
Don't do that.
I don't believe that shit. That's bullshit. Just take some time.
Just 15, 20, 30 minutes.
I hate people taking time off. I would never give you a mental break. I'd be like, bro, get your ass to work.